Hello, I'm London Nerd. Today I'm just going to do a video on my Swamp Thing individual comic collection. There will be some doubles in here. I'm not going to talk about them too much. I'm just going to flick through them, and if there's any ones that I think should be deserved to be talked about, or ones which I personally think I should mention, I will. Anyway, starting off, I'm just going to go through the new 52 Swamp Things I own. Issue 1. Issue 2. Issue 3. And Issue 4 of the new 52. Now getting on to the majority of my Swamp Thing collection, which are ranging from the early 80s up to early 90s. I remember there are some from the mid and late 90s, but not many. But I'm not going to talk about them, I'm just going to flip through them, apart from ones which I think deserve to be, or ones which I personally think should be talked about. So yeah, starting with this one. I will talk about this one quickly. This is the Saga of Swamp Thing. If you see on my previous videos, which is before this, of the Saga of Swamp Thing Book 1 review, which is from issue 20 upwards. This is issue 3 of the Saga of Swamp Thing. Absolutely brilliant. One of my favourite things about Swamp Thing is the artwork on the covers and the storylines, but I just love the covers of Swamp Thing. I think that's partly the reason why I was drawn to Swamp Thing. I love this cover. This is issue 92 of this series 1 from February 1990. I just love the violin player on the cover. That was really brilliant. Just talk about this one quickly. This was the first ever Swamp Thing issue I read, and why I'd read this one first was the majority of my Swamp Thing collection I'd bought as a drop lot from a charity shop, and this cover just drew me to it. I just love the look of this cover and started reading this one first. I know it wasn't how I should have done it, but I started reading this one first, and this was a good enough storyline for me to continue reading the other Swamp Things, because I flicked through this in the charity shop first before buying them. I love this issue. This is issue 55 from December 1986. It's when the Swamp Thing monster has been destroyed. Well, everyone thinks he's been destroyed, but as you can see, it is falling apart. And also, as we're saying in the video about Cycle Swamp Thing Book 1, most of these Swamp Things, the early ones, were written by Alan Moore, who did The Watchmen. And here is a little DC advert, Who Watches The Watchmen. Again, Who Watches Watchmen. Brilliant covers, and I just love the old school B-movie Swamp Thing titles. This is quite a rare Swamp Thing issue, number 79 from December 1988. This is Swamp Thing and Superman. Absolutely awesome cover. I'll try and get that all in there. Another thing which I love about Swamp Thing is the romance in it, and this cover just sums it up brilliantly. Brilliant cover. This one, the River one, I want to talk about, because this is actually, as it says on the front, a collection of short stories. And the short stories in it, this is from mid-90s. Remind me of the old school Swamp Things from the 80s. Not in the artwork, but by the stories themselves. Really like this one. If you can find River Run, buy it. Absolutely brilliant issue. The 1991 annual or something. Quite thick compared to normal issues, I think. So. Close this up. I do need to bag and board most of these comics, as you can tell.